Madam President, let the 27th graduate commencement of Muskingum University now begin.
Thank you, Dr. Norman Sell, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 2019 graduate commencement. Please remain standing if you are able for our invocation led by our Muskingum University chaplain, the Reverend Dr. Will Mullins, and also for our opening hymn, which is printed in your program. Reverend Mullins.
Friends, let's pray. God of celebration, we thank you for these graduates, and today we join with your spirit in the presence of family and friends, staff and faculty, in giving thanks for the hard work and dedication of these young men and women. For each of them journeyed toward this day with steadfast purpose and dogged determination. We ask that you, O Lord, would give each of them the boundless energy to leave this chapel in order to make the world a better place. Strengthen these graduates across their lifetime to always remember the lessons learned, the friendships extended, and the fond memories they encountered on these blessed hills of learning. And by the power of your Spirit, may they never stop learning, may they never stop serving, and may they go forth to make a difference. Bless them one and all as we give thanks to you this day in your name, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please be seated. How wonderful to look out into the audience and see so many family members, friends, alumni, and special guests who have gathered with our community of faculty, staff, and fellow students to honor our graduates this evening. Welcome and thank you to our Muskingum trustees who are with us this evening. Tonight's speaker, Mr. Greg Adams. We have board chair-elect, Dr. Kim Rothermel, and chair of our board, Hal Burlingame. I'm trying to find Hal. There he is. Right. We are grateful for the excellent leadership that our trustees provide every day and every year to Muskingum. And we have a special tribute tonight. Mr. Burlingame has served as Muskingum's board chair for 25 years, leading the university with his wise stewardship continuously since 1994. He will be retiring as board chair this summer, but we are delighted that he will continue to serve as a member of the board, which he has done continuously since 1985. Tonight marks his last graduate commencement ceremony as board chair. I'd like to ask Hal to rise so that we can join in and thank and honor him for his service as board chair. Hal? Dr. Kim Rothermel, who has served on the board since 2003, is the chair-elect of the board. She will begin her term in July, and let us now recognize Dr. Rothermel and welcome her to her new leadership role. And to all of our students, families, and friends, congratulations to you. Thank you for supporting and encouraging your loved one in their journey towards their master's or postmaster's degree. Your support has been an essential part of their progress and their growth and their ability to complete this, and we are so grateful for all you have done for these students this evening. And, of course, congratulations to our graduate degree class of 2019. You saw them all process in a few minutes ago. Your excellent work and your determination have brought you to this milestone. Now, with the advanced knowledge and skills you have developed at Muskingum, I know you are going to continue to have a powerful impact upon those around you. As educators, business leaders, as members of communities, as family members, as leaders, you will continue to transform the lives of others. You have so deeply impressed all of us at the university with your persistence and your commitment to excellence. Thank you, our class of 2019, for all you have contributed to Muskingum in your time here, and we look forward to hearing more about your accomplishments in the future. Throughout your time here at Muskingum, you've also worked very closely with our university faculty and staff. They have taught you, challenged you, inspired you, and tonight they honor you. Would the Muskingum University faculty and staff please stand to be recognized? So for all of you graduates, tonight marks the start of a new chapter in your lives, which will bring new opportunities to follow your dreams and accomplish your goals. And in just a few moments, you're going to meet our 2019 graduate commencement speaker, Mr. Greg Adams. Mr. Adams has used his passion for technology, entrepreneurship, civic leadership, and education to make a significant impact on Muskingum University, the village of New Concord, the Southeastern Ohio regional economy, and the national healthcare technology landscape. We are very proud to honor him with actually a special degree this evening. And I'm going to invite Dr. Rothermel to join me in conferring this honorary doctorate to Mr. Adams this evening. Would you please join us?
Whereas R. Gregory Adams, a member of the Muskingum class of 1981, impacts the world through his contributions of entrepreneurship, national health care technology, regional economic development, community government, and civic leadership. And whereas R. Gregory Adams co-founded and for 3 decades was co-owner of Resource Systems, a national leader in care tracking solutions for long-term health care facilities. which was recognized as one of the fastest growing companies in America by Inc. magazine. And whereas R. Gregory Adams now serves as Chief Executive Officer and co-owner of Reach Rehab, a startup company that applies virtual reality to enhance shoulder rehabilitation, and as a co-owner of Triad Labs, an entrepreneurial consulting and management company. And whereas R. Gregory Adams is dedicated to advancing economic development as a board member of the Ohio Appalachian Business Council and the Appalachian Partnership for Economic Growth, and through his enthusiastic willingness to help create entrepreneurship, education opportunities, which help others develop their skill and talents. And whereas R. Gregory Adams led his community as the mayor of the village of New Concord for 27 years and has contributed his time and talents to multiple civic and cultural organizations in the community and in the region. And whereas R. Gregory Adams serves Muskingum University as a committed member of the Board of Trustees. Therefore, be it now resolved by the Muskingum University Board of Trustees on this, the 9th day of May, 2019, that the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters be conferred upon R. Gregory Adams.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Muskingum University, I do hereby confer upon you, R. Gregory Adams, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to welcome Dr. R. Gregory Adams to the podium to deliver our address this evening.
President Hassler, Chairperson-elect Dr. Rothermel, distinguished faculty and administration, graduating classes, family, and friends. That's certainly a lot of whereases, isn't it? I'm really, truly honored to have been invited here to be with the graduating class today. Likewise, I was recently honored to join the Board of Trustees at Muskingum College, and it's been quite an experience for me to see a lot of people behind the scenes in the form of the trustees working to continue Muskingum's legacy. It was the faculty, administrators, and coaches, fellow students at Muskingum who first helped me realize that there's a lot out there that I didn't even know I know. Happily, to this day, the amount of stuff in this world that I know I don't know has grown exponentially. Having said that, I hope President Hassler doesn't regret my involvement today. Abe Lincoln once remarked, "It's better to remain silent and let people think you're smart than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt." So at the risk of removing all doubt, I'd like to say a few words and share some of my experience about what Muskingum has meant in my life, and finish with a challenge to our graduates here and perhaps all of us as we go out into the world. Muskingum and this region has been a huge part of my life and has left an indelible imprint on me. They have infinitely helped me reach a more fulfilling and intentional life. Hopefully you may find that you share some of these qualities of the magenta line. For me, that line is made up of passion, perseverance, and people. Together, I think those three qualities make a more impactful person. And I'd like to talk about just briefly those three qualities. First, passion. Passion. The desire to make a difference, to be impactful, to be useful. Without getting too philosophical here, Aristotle said, happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Now, I suppose that could be debated, but I'd like to put a little twist on that, as suggested by a more modern author, Darius Farrow. He suggested that I believe that happiness is merely a byproduct of usefulness. In other words, I might assert that focusing on being useful or being impactful may just be a pathway to happiness. Passion was an overriding theme as we grew the early stages of our company. We used passion to ensure that we were always helping businesses or people in some useful way. That became kind of a core value. We learned that if you did something impactful, if you did something really impactful, usually the financial rewards would come. We had many projects that in those early years that we had to chalk up to the learning column. They weren't quite as impactful as we thought they were or should have been. But we believed so passionately that doing things that would make a difference, that would make a positive impact, that we adopted that as a company measure. The number of lives that we touched by the applications that we produced in our company. In fact, at the peak of our 30-year company's existence, our team of people based right here in New Concord, many of whom were Muskies, impacted nearly 300,000 lives every year in long-term care facilities across the United States. So passion, a desire to be impactful. Now, without passion, it's a little tough to persevere. And that's the next quality I'd like to talk about. Perseverance, tenacity, the willingness to push boundaries and, when needed, so challenge the status quo. To not let initial failure be a block, but a learning opportunity. I suspect that I share this, as President Hassler indicated, with many of you graduates. You're not just students by yourselves. You're keeping families, you're holding down jobs, and you've worked at it for a couple of 2 or 3 years to enable you to be here to celebrate this occasion. So I think I share that passion of perseverance with you. Shortly near or after our graduation, Muskingum classmate and I, Larry Triplett and I, decided to launch our business. Computers were just gaining traction at that time. We took out a big loan and bought a computer the size of a double-stacked washer and dryer. Now, it's a little embarrassing because you probably hold multiple times of the computing power we had in that machine back then. In fact, it doubled as a way to keep our business warm during winter. It was so big. But we worked for 5 or 6 years in those early times trying to make that computer do something, or those computers do something meaningful for people, something impactful. And yes, we learned a lot about what we didn't even know we didn't know. In fact, Larry likes to call it our peanut butter and jelly years because that's what we mostly ate during that time. I think I could tell you that we had enough Twinkies and Hostess Ho-Hos and Bama pies to probably fill a truck during those years. But we persevered until we finally developed several applications that helped residents and operators of long-term care facilities, using barcoding technology, which was just emerging at the time, and touchscreen technology. And we finally enjoyed some success. So passion, perseverance, for me, part of the magenta line. And finally, people. Passion, perseverance, and people. Muskingum University brought and really continues to bring many impactful people in my orbit. I read a book recently written by David McCullough about the Wright brothers. David McCullough says in that book that one time somebody asked Wilbur Wright, to give advice on how to succeed in life. He thought, then kind of quipped, "I can only think of two things, but they are critical. First, pick out a good father and mother, and then begin life in Ohio." Now, you can imagine the Wright brothers would say something like that, but I might add just a little twist, and that is a bit of the tradition of the magenta line. During my early years at Muskingum, I met my business partner, as I said, Larry Triplett. He's one of the most hardworking, focused, and fun individuals a person could start a business with, and we tag team through the highs and lows, and for that I'm grateful. Larry can even be really quite creative as well. In fact, he had an innovative idea during our junior and senior year at Muskingum for Varsity Review, which is the talent show that happens during homecoming at Muskingum. His idea was that during a comedy skit, he thought we should cut off newly arrived President Art DeYoung's tie with a huge pair of hedge trimmers right here in Brown Chapel. As I said, not all our ideas were that impactful. My family is also intertwined with Muskingum. My father and mother are both Muskies, and we're going to school here while raising my sister Julie and me. Also, my grandparents on my mother's side were also Muskies. They received their teaching certificate here at Muskingum and went on to teach at one-room schoolhouses and small school districts throughout this part of Ohio. All these people showed me that there's so much out there to learn, but also how I might make an impact in the community. Finally, faculties, administration, and staff at Muskingum. Obviously, when I was going to Muskingum, those people helped me realize how much really there is to discover. People like David Sturdivant, who was a history professor at Muskingum, who also took a passion in hiking around the village and was instrumental in getting paths and walkways throughout the village. People like former Muskingum President Sam Speck, who was also a professor at Muskingum, also a legislator, who's known for some groundbreaking legislation that ensured that strip mine companies operating just south of here would reclaim their land. Thanks to that legislation, at least in part, we have some great recreation lands just south of here, as well as a facility like the Wilds. Finally, my wife, Eileen McComb Adams, who I met early in my tenure here at Muskingum. Eileen has helped me learn much about myself and is an amazing example of a sensitive, loving, caring person. She has used her passion and perseverance to fight, though, through a recent battle with cancer, and I'm really happy that she can be here tonight. I'm infinitely grateful for Eileen's passion and love through the years. So, with passion, perseverance, and the people of Magenta Line, with this commencement, now you have officially become a part of that Magenta Line if you already weren't a part of it. So finally, I leave you with this challenge. Here in Brown Chapel, there are some of the many passionate, perseverant faculty, staff, and administrators, family and friends who've helped you all reach this milestone today. My challenge, then, is at some point today, before the day is over, please take a brief moment to thank someone who has helped you so far in your educational journey. And as a token of that appreciation, I'd like to challenge you to give the magenta carnation that each of you received to that person who's helped you in that journey. I'm proud to consider New Concord my home, Muskingum University my alma mater, and feel truly blessed throughout my life to have been touched by the long and wide Magenta Line. I challenge you to boldly engage your passion, your perseverance, and the people to lead a rich and impactful life of service. Congratulations to the 2019 Muskingum postgraduate classes.
Thank you, Dr. Adams. We are mentioning to his family, we expect them to call him Dr. Adams from now on. And thank you so much for your words about passion and perseverance and people, all very important parts of our students' lives. As we honor our class of 2019, we also recognize a member of the Muskingum University faculty who has been integral to the success of our graduate studies programs and who is now retiring from her leadership position at Muskingum. Dr. Ray L. White, Professor of Education, Director of the Educator Preparation Program, and Chair of the Department of Education, has served Muskingum since 2011. Her impact on her colleagues here at Muskingum, on current and future teachers, and on all the children in their classrooms is both immeasurable and inspiring. And I know that I speak for everyone in our Muskingum University community when I say that we will miss your presence immensely on campus, Ray. We thank you for the extraordinary role you've played in the lives of our students and in the lives of our entire community. Thank you. And now for the moment that our students have been waiting for as we prepare to grant degrees to the class of 2019, I invite our provost, Dr. Nancy Evangelista, to join me for the presentation of candidates.
Thank you, President. Thank you, President Hassler. Will the candidates for the Educational Specialist degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all the requirements as set by the faculty for the Educational Specialist degree. The faculty has recommended, and the Board of Trustees has approved, the granting of these degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority placed in me by the state of Ohio, I confer upon you the degree of Educational Specialist with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
And now, will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Education degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all of the requirements as set by the faculty for the Master of Arts in Education degree. The faculty has recommended, and the Board of Trustees has approved, the granting of these degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by the virtue of the authority placed in me by the state of Ohio, I confer upon all of you the degree of Master of Arts in Education with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all of the requirements as set by the faculty for the Master of Arts in Teaching degree. The faculty has recommended, and the Board of Trustees has approved, the granting of these degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority placed in me by the state of Ohio, I confer upon all of you the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the Master of Information Strategy, Systems, and Technology degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all of the requirements as set by the faculty for the Master of Information Strategy, Systems and Technology degree. The faculty has recommended, and the Board of Trustees has approved, the granting of these degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, with the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority placed in me by the state of Ohio, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Information Strategy, Systems, and Technology, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
I now invite the recipients of the degrees of Educational Specialist, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Arts in Teaching, and Master of Information Strategy, Systems, and Technology to come forward, to be hooded, and to receive your diplomas. I also invite Dr. Rothermel, Dr. Mark Sanford, Dr. Ray White, and Dr. Maria Moore to come forward to assist in the diploma presentation. Family members of our graduates, you're welcome to come to the area in front of the stage to take photos as your graduate receives their diploma. Lynn Marie Copeland. Gregory Thomas Gifford. Mallory Anissa Amor. Nobody's clapping. Megan Ellen Anker. Joelle Amber Bice. Yeah, you can clap. Keneal R. Bintz. Hannah Louise Brindle. Jenna Nash Burkhart. Tracy Dawn Christ. Haley Michelle Cochran. All right. Lakin Michelle Craycraft. Romelda Michelle Dawson. Michelle Ann Dilly-Walrath. Shannon Rose Dinsmore. Kylie Desiree Drake. Carmen M. Everett. Jennifer Ann Fox. Samantha Ann Garber. Taylor Marie Graff. Amy Elizabeth Graham. Taylor Joe Hill. Stephanie Michelle Hilliard. Amy Beth Huck. Elizabeth Ann Kaiser. Cody Benjamin Lake. Madison Kendall LaRouche. Nathaniel Allen Lawrence. Amber Marie Lonsinger. Emily Ann Mason. Michaela R. Metzger. Campbell Benton Miller. Jana Annette Miller. Jennifer Bess Milligan. Autumn Nicole Partlow. Samantha R. Pelton. Stephanie Jo Pollen. Mason Allen Prater. Kyle Robert Precht. Kristen Lee Russell. Amanda Jo Shrev. Brianna Jean Smith. Charles Robert Sowers. Elizabeth Ruth Steiner. Bailey Marie Stevens. Whitney Lee Stessen. Abby L. Taylor. Valerie Gail Toothman. Elizabeth Willis. Melissa Sue Wilson. And our first missed graduate, Tacey Aline Bates. Alexander Taylor Fultz. Jeffrey Allen McGlade. Let's have one more round of applause, maybe loud applause. Congratulations. Congratulations to the Muskingum University 2019 Masters and Postmasters graduating class. Congratulations.
So I will just add my congratulations, class of 2019. Such a delight to see you cross this podium, to hear the joy in the room and the celebration, and to be able to congratulate you this evening. And as we celebrate your graduation tonight, it is my great pleasure to introduce our guest vocalist, Ms. Louisa Smith, a member of the Muskingum University undergraduate class of 2021. Louisa.
Let the bright Seraphin be burning bright.
Many thanks to Louisa for a stunning send-off for this class of 2019, and also a special thank you to Ms. Suzanne Berg, who has been playing the piano for us tonight. Could we have another round of applause for Suzanne? And now I invite Dr. Rothermel to deliver a few remarks from the Board of Trustees to Muskingum University's graduate degree class of 2019.
Would the class of 2019 please stand? On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Muskingum University, I extend to you our sincere congratulations on this huge accomplishment of earning your graduate degrees. You are a group of strong and determined people, just the type we love to add to the long magenta line. We are proud of you, as you should be of yourselves, and as are your families and supporters and all the faculty here at Muskingum. As you leave Muskingum, whether to continue your current work or seek new opportunities, I encourage you to tackle the toughest jobs and challenges. Be strong enough to say, I don't know. Realize that failure is merely a dress rehearsal for success. Be creative, be enthusiastic. Do more work than is required. Always be optimistic. See the potential in problems you face, not just the problem itself. Listen, really listen to others as you practice patience and embrace discipline. In all you do, remember that your personal integrity is in your own hands. No one can take that from you. And as you help others along the way, know that it will always do more for you than for them. Tonight, you leave this university with your graduate degrees. You will continue to paint the canvases of your lives, now better educated, better prepared, and eager to serve humanity in your families, in your cities, your states, the nation, and the world. Irish poet William Butler Yeats once said, "Education is not the filling of a call, but the lighting of a fire." So my charge to you is to take hold of the long magenta line and go light some fires in our world. Congratulations.
And if you would remain standing for just a moment here, thank you, first of all, Dr. Rothermel. And it's my great pleasure to thank everyone here tonight for your participation and to wish all of our 2019 graduates the very best in the future. May you share that passion and fire for education, business, leadership, and service with others. May you embrace the challenge, take action with your dreams, and may you make this world that you live in a better place. Congratulations and many blessings, class of 2019. And now the rest of the audience, if you are able, please rise and join Louisa in singing the Muskingum Alma Mater. You'll want to get out your programs, and you will find the words to our alma mater printed there in your program.
Friends, will you pray with me? Lord, send these Muskies from this place with hearts full of hope, with minds brimming with knowledge. Send them from this place with deep purpose and wonder, to be a people that you have created them to be. Go with them to classrooms, boardrooms, hospitals, and laboratories, to be caring and competent people, so that their lives may shine in abundant joy. Send us out, send them all out in future with hope. For we ask this in the name of the one for whom this university was founded, Jesus the Christ. Amen.